guys, have on here. Gonna be finishing up Elements of Justice, Crusader, episode 2 investigation. That makes it a lot easier to say. This isn't a blind reaction because I tried to do reaction to this and my screencast kind of screwed up on me, so I learned from that. But with my memory, I probably won't remember what my reaction, so. Something 8. But anyway, we should probably get into the video. Go finish it up.
Dash was the one who first gave me that ribbon. She said it was the ribbon she got for winning her very first race. The one where she got her cutie mark.
What? She gave you something as special as that?
Yeah. It was when I had to face
to get something from Rainbow that actually
there's a chance I may never be able to fly.
Quite an overachievement.
Wait, you can't fly?
No, not yet at least. I'm still holding out hope that I will one day though. But even if I don't, I know I'll be able to handle it now. And because I realized that, I was able to help my friends win a very important contest. That ribbon is a reminder from Rainbow that I overcame that hurdle. She said it represents drive, guts, and a certain don't-give-up-ness that every pony should have.
It's a symbol of a sun.
It represents the courage to stand up and do something awesome for yourself and your friends.
String.
Wow.
Okay,
Rainbow
sure,
really said all that to you?
She never admitted, of course, but she can be pretty sweet when no one's watching.
Of course.
So, seeing that ribbon again gave you the courage you needed to go into the forest?
Why are you even going to the damn forest? Oh, right.
The first place I headed was Turning's house. I already knew where his mom lives, so I figured he'd be there.
And was he?
Yeah, and he was alone.
I'm so busy. Better hurry.
Oh. You playing a little dress up? It's fun to pretend.
I told him what had happened, and that was all it took to get him on board.
So his parents just leave him alone.
He wanted to just go after them right then and there. But I convinced him that we'd be better off if we at least got what they were asking for first.
And that's what led to you stealing from Rarity's store.
I'm really sorry that I did.
You could have just
really
talked to her about the situation.
I couldn't just ask Sweetie for it. Otherwise she would have known what was going on.
Yeah.
How did you pull off the theft without her noticing? I can't imagine it was easy to sneak by her and steal a whole roll of fabric right from under her nose.
Actually, it was very easy.
Really?
Turning was the one who came up with the plan. Since he's never been inside Carousel Boutique, he decided that he would lure Sweetie out by getting her to come outside to talk.
Really? There it is again! What is that?
And leave me to find the fabric. So I went in behind her back and started poking around. After finding the fabric and leaving the note in Rarity's bedroom, I left. The whole thing took less than 5 minutes. Sweetie never suspected a thing, according to Turning.
Huh. That was deceptively simple.
Around what time was all of this happening?
Well, I spent a few hours
she won't know she's a kid.
About whether I should actually go through with all this or not. And then I had to go ask Turning to help me. It was probably around 8 p.m.
How would you know that?
The party was still going on at that time, although Applejack and Fluttershy had left. Rarity and Rainbow were still there, likely thinking that Sweetie and Scootaloo were still having a sleepover with Apple Bloom.
The two of us went back to our homes after we got
good old sleepovers.
We agreed.
Yeah? Hello, Fi! Ow, you bastard!
To meet up at the entrance to the forest around 9:20 p.m.
And when that time came, you went inside the forest together, right?
Yeah. Before we went in, though.
You ready, Scootaloo? You brought the fabric?
Yeah.
Why don't you let me carry it?
Why did they have to go into the damn forest to deliver this stuff? Why couldn't they do it like in town or something? I don't think ponies are all out all at night, so I'm sure they could sneak around. Just saying.
I've never been in the Everfree Forest at night. Applebloom told me it's so dark.
Also, have none of them been gobbled up by those
You won't have to
Timberwolves
be
that they're
afraid
so
tonight.
damn popular.
Look up. It's a full moon. The paths throughout the forest will be completely visible. Plus, you've got a unicorn by your side. I can cast an illumination spell for us, just in case we have to head off.
They never explain the levels of magic, like what your age has to be, how powerful you have to be to use spells.
You really are.
Would love to know
Brave.
That just comes from all the training I do. I used to be scared in these woods once too, you know?
Death and pain await all living things.
Little boy, you should be ashamed.
I mean, I didn't mean to help them. I tried to stop them.
There's only one way to stop devil-worshipping critters.
But
oh,
I've
please,
since
every
taught
kid
myself
was.
to never be afraid of anything. No matter who or what we find in there, we'll face it together.
Thanks, Turning. If you don't mind, would you take this?
Well, what's that?
It's a ribbon. I got
Oh
it
yeah, it's kind of like with the
color.
Tyrek thing, like
It's supposed to represent the courage
Tyrek
one
gave
has
Discord
to do
that
something awesome for yourself and your friends.
that little gem thing,
Miss Dash?
but was given to him by his brother. I mean, it was
Take
really
this from you, then.
weird.
And besides, with the way you're trembling, it sounds like you're going to need it.
No, I want you to have it.
But why?
Well, as thanks for earlier today. If you're standing by my side now,
And because you two might be.
But more importantly, I want you to have it so that you don't forget that while you're in there, to have the courage to keep moving forward. To me,
As a child,
you
very
represent everything
saying
that
it.
ribbon stands for.
I love
So,
you.
as long as you don't forget it, I'll be fine standing by your side.
Thank you, Scootaloo. I'll take good care of it.
Well, are we ready to go?
Well, you better not give it to a World of Warcraft gamer.
Let's
If you
go.
give us anything, if we have to disenchanting ability, we'll destroy that thing in a second. I've seen a
9:25
comic of that. That was funny as hell.
That ribbon meant so much to you, and you were willing to give it up to inspire courage in someone else.
I knew he didn't really need it, but it made me feel better by believing my gift would make sure he stayed his
I'm
confident,
actually kind of
courageous
same.
self while
I
we were
sometimes like to
traveling
give people
through the
gifts to help them out.
So, what happened after you entered?
forest. Well,
Alright, that's enough. This visit is over.
Yeah, go screw yourself.
We still have questions to ask.
I said no!
The prosecutor in charge of this case needs to question the defendant as well. You've had plenty of time to talk to her.
And who's the prosecutor assigned to this case, if you don't mind me asking?
You didn't even know when
That
you
is
got
none of
here.
your concern right now.
Why
You'll find
shouldn't
out
he
for yourself
know?
at the trial tomorrow.
Please, can't we just ask her a few more questions?
There
Sorry,
is a
Princess,
time
but
limit, people.
Now that a second arrest has been made, the prosecution has demanded that they speak to both suspects immediately, starting with her.
A second arrest?
Eh?
Someone else is
Oh,
suspected
yeah,
of having
that.
murdered the victim?
That's correct.
Who is it?
See for yourself.
Turning?
Yep, blaming the son on a crime.
You
He-
can't
he
seriously
obviously
be
didn't do.
suggesting...
Come on.
Indeed we are. The second suspect believed to be responsible for the victim's death is none other than his own son, Turning Page.
Yes. Are you high or just incredibly stupid? I assure you, I am not high.
What?
Yeah.
This is insane! Are you seriously telling us that Turning is suspected
so
of killing his
smug?
own father?
Turning would have never done something like that. He loved his father.
Hey, Smug,
Happy Father's Day, Dad! I'm not your father.
you're not the only white
Exactly was the
pony in
basis
there.
for the arrest.
I mean, you have to have all ponies are all white with blue eyes, or
What did it say?
sometimes there are other fur
The tip
colors, but
informed us
usually
that
it's
there was
just a pure
another
white
pony
color.
in the forest with Scootaloo on the
Like
night of
winter
the crime,
white.
Turning Page. After speaking with our witness and asking Turning ourselves, we confirmed the tip's validity.
He's not saying the damn thing. Why?
Who made that tip?
You do know what anonymous means,
And
right?
who do
You
you
don't know
think
who
doesn't
made the
like
tip.
you and wants you to suffer
bullies.
because they're
I
she's
know
an
it was them.
absolute total
Now then, come on, Ken.
brat.
I'll let you say your goodbyes, but hurry up. You don't want to make the prosecutor wait.
Mr. Wright!
Yes?
Alright.
Ugh.
Chill,
I
kid.
don't think I've ever heard a child sound so angry before.
Turning Page is innocent. You believe that, right?
How's the guards not grabbing her for yelling?
So you'll defend us both then, right?
Hold on, Scootaloo. Didn't you say that you were going to
She
give
probably
her a
is
chance?
going to help both of you because
But the
they're
situation's
nice
changed
people.
now. I want to have someone who I
Normally
know I
you
can
would
trust
have-
to defend Turning Page.
In a lawyer thing, I think you're only allowed to
You don't trust
deal
me?
with one person. If you deal with another person, they have to pay.
I didn't mean it like that, okay?
I'm
I just
assuming.
meant that I know Mr. Wright's got what it takes. I can't afford to take any risks. Not when Turning's life is on the line.
But then these guys are doing all the jobs for free, which is total bull crap.
Mr. Wright's already defended twice before in Equestria, right? He probably knows best how to handle all this.
Well, it's nice they're helping people, come on. But come on.
Actually, Scootaloo, you're wrong. The situation has changed, but there's one aspect in which I think only I can understand when it comes to this case. The way things are now, with Turning under suspicion of his father's murder, I can confidently say I know how best to deal with this.
Alright, I've never
Not
seen
only
you
from a
do a
legal
trial before, lady,
but
sure,
also
why
a
not?
psychological one.
What? What do you
It's
mean?
funny, I've never played these
Not
games in
long
my
ago,
life. The whole
I was in the same place as Turning. I was suspected of
Phoenix
having
Wright.
killed my own mother.
I think these are based on the
It
video
got
games,
to the point
obviously.
where
I think.
even she herself was convinced that she did it. And while I was the one who defended her,
I only
can't
heard
deny
of
that
Phoenix
I felt a
Wright thanks to
little
the Brody
overwhelmed by it
Band.
all. Throughout my years of lawyering, never had I dealt with a situation so psychologically precarious as that. I know better than anyone not to underestimate Athena's knowledge of psychology, and the ability to connect with others. After all, it's one thing to save others from being put in prison. It's something else entirely to be able to save them emotionally.
Yeah, true. Some people can be
What
look
you
like they
kids
are
need is
physically
not
fine,
just
but
someone who can defend
mentally.
you.
How am I doing today? You're doing great. Good. Then I'll keep it up.
But someone who can
Most people
empathize with
don't
your
express their
situation.
feelings because we
I want you both to put
grow
your
up not
complete
wanting
trust
to express
in
our
me.
feelings, since everyone's usually negative as hell to us.
Wait, Athena? You aren't suggesting...
I am. I'd like to handle this case by
We
myself.
all knew this was gonna happen. Don't be so shocked
Are you
about
sure
it.
you're up to leading a case solo, Athena?
I am, Mr. Wright. Is that okay?
Only two of us here get to decide that. What do you say, Scootaloo? Turning?
You got no choice.
Trust in me, and I promise I'll get you both off the hook, and I'll find the true culprit behind this heinous crime.
And she'll give you so many cuddles.
All right. I'll trust you, Miss Sykes.
What about you, Turning?
If any brony was sent to the
If that's what Miss
My
Scootaloo
Pony
wants,
University,
then
would
I'll trust you
obviously
as well.
want to
Whatever
cuddle
it takes
one
to
pony.
make sure she
Just
gets
wanna
out of this.
wrap their arm around it.
Thank
Around his
you,
neck, they'll
you
be like,
two.
It's okay.
okay, this is
Using two
happening.
offers in one day isn't exactly a great idea
Hitch,
anyway.
gotta hitch.
Wait, someone already came down here and offered to defend you?
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
It was right after I got arrested.
Was it muffins?
They came in
Or
and
turkeys?
asked me if I wanted them to defend me. But I was waiting for Mr. Wright to come by, so I turned them away.
Who was it?
I didn't catch her name, but she was a dark-coated unicorn with glasses and an eyeball for a cutie mark.
What is it?
The old video.
Why do you two suddenly tense up?
It's nothing, Athena.
Or his old.
Are we really going back to the Tell Athena
I think that was the
game?
Rainbow Dash one.
Okay, that's more than enough.
Yeah.
I think it's time for everyone
He
to
was too lenient to you guys.
We
He
better
could
get
have
back
just
to my
shut you
castle
all up
now.
and told
We'll
you
have
to
to
get
rest
the
up
heck
for the
out.
trial.
Princess or not.
Okay. See you tomorrow, you two.
Oh my
Wait,
gosh.
hold on!
Oh my gosh.
What is it?
Don't you just hate this
I've
type
been
of
wondering
bitches
this
got
for a
on your
while,
head?
but where's Sweetie Belle?
Uh-oh.
I actually kind of forgot what the heck happened to Sweet Belle.
She said she wasn't feeling well, so she couldn't come down here to support you.
Oh,
So,
Okay.
what is she doing?
well, I hope she gets better.
We may have dodged the bullet for now, but we're going to have to confront the real source of this issue soon. I can
Alright.
feel it. Until I have a grasp on exactly what's going on, though, we better not pursue it any further. It wouldn't be good to hurt Scootaloo when she's already suffering so much.
Alright, get ready aboard.
Alright? You just have to hang in there till tomorrow. Miss Sykes will save both you and Turner. I promise.
Yeah, okay. Bye, Apple Bloom.
Goodbye, Scootaloo. We'll see you tomorrow.
I guess, what's the game plan here? Kind of forgot what they were doing. It's been a while since I've seen these. It's been a week, I think. I tried to post this last week, but like I said, my video screwed up, so it kind of pissed me off. I had to delete the whole thing. I was like halfway done. I was like, God damn it.
Is she holding up okay in there?
Scootaloo is doing alright despite the circumstances. She's a courageous filly, and she's staying strong while going through this.
Well, that's good to hear, at least. Hopefully they're treating her well at the detention center.
Meet your new friends.
Hi. I'm Fisty. That's Stabby, and that's Balls. Pull up a chair, we're playing cards.
Oh, okay.
It seems that way. Although, our meeting was cut off when the guard had to take her away to be questioned by the prosecutor.
Pretty rudely, too.
Right.
He gave you
the
leniency.
prosecutor.
Come on.
We still have no idea who it's going to be.
He could have been more of a
Twilight?
dick to you.
Yes, Athena?
Do you think you'll be able to gather any info on who I'll be facing tomorrow?
You can count on me.
Thank you, Twilight.
All right, Sugar Cube. I think it's time we went home.
Hey, she
You've
finally
been
said
out all
Sugar
day,
Cube.
and you need to rest.
Yeah, okay, sis. But before we head back, can we pass by Carousel Boutique? I want to tell
How
Sweetie
late
Belle
is
what's
it?
been
Kid
happening.
your age should be going
Right.
to bed around
I
10.
almost forgot about all that.
Or,
It
I
doesn't
know
take
your
a
age,
genius to
you'd
figure
probably
out there's
be 8
something
o'clock.
going on with her.
I know it's not the best time to for a little kid to
Mr.
go to
Wright's
sleep,
Magatama
but
confirmed that she's hiding something.
probably
Even
10, I
so,
don't know.
why would she so hesitant to help Scootaloo? Does she
Sounds
really
like my
suspect her?
bedtime, 8 or 10.
I'll go with you two. It's about time I head back home anyway. Especially with Sweetie Belle
And
in a
if I
current
was
state.
good, 9 to
Oh,
12
the
bad.
poor thing said she
Or
couldn't
8.
even get out of bed this morning.
Huh? Hold on a second. Where are Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, and Spike?
Spike
or
hit it
they-
out just after
oh,
you
they
guys
got a
left
life,
the
I think.
detention center.
I asked him to go check in on Sweetie Belle for me. I suppose he must still be with her. You just missed Pinkie and Fluttershy too. They mentioned something
Why
about
should we
continuing
even
preparations.
care?
And then after saying goodbye, they just left.
Preparations? For what?
Not another party, I hope.
We're all here because we care about her very much.
What's going on? What's all this?
This is an intervention.
Probably.
Anyway, darlings, I'd best be heading home now.
No worries, Rarity. You go check
our
up on
world
Sweetie
could use a
Belle and
little
get some
bit
rest
more
yourself.
parties.
See you at the trial tomorrow. You too, Applejack and Apple Bloom.
Good night, darling.
Good night, y'all.
Best of luck tomorrow.
Have a nice time.
Is something wrong, boss?
It's nothing, really. I was just thinking about what Scootaloo was telling us before we left the detention center.
Oh?
Like
You
what?
mean about that other defense attorney who came to see her?
Oh yeah,
At
her.
least someone is telling me something this
I
time.
couldn't care less.
Wait, someone else already came by the detention center to see Scootaloo?
I'm sure she'll have an important purpose.
but she turned her down because she was waiting for Phoenix. Not exactly the wisest decision, in my opinion, but I understand where she's coming from.
What do you mean, Twilight? Wouldn't it make sense to have a lawyer you're familiar with, rather than a stranger?
Yes, but what I'm saying is that the fact that any pony offered to defend her at all is in itself a miracle.
How so?
Why?
Because defense attorneys in Equestria are loath to defend some pony accused of murder. I learned that the hard way the last time Phoenix was here.
However, I'm pretty sure this defense attorney is not like most others.
Oh
Do
yeah,
you know
because
her?
she can get banished.
Not as a defense
Right.
attorney, but yes,
Right.
we've met before.
Who are they?
That's kind of
Sonata.
bullcrap. Kind of like the Mayans.
Sonata.
Mayans
Where have I
have this
heard that
game.
name
If you kick this little ball through the
Wait.
hole, if one
Didn't
team
you
doesn't
mention
score
her
enough
before?
points, the coach dies. It's
first
kind of
got here,
bullcrap. I think the whole
Something
team is
about how
slaughtered
she was
too.
arrested last time Mr. Wright was here?
That's right. She was released from prison about a year ago, but I had no idea what she was doing up until now.
So she became a defense attorney? Maybe she was inspired by you, Daddy.
She's kind of a mystery.
Wouldn't that be something?
Regardless, I don't know why she would be trying to take on a murder case like this, but Scootaloo was taking a big risk in turning her down.
Maybe she just wants to help
It's
her.
a good thing she did.
Rainbow?
I didn't understand what she was.
Nothing. I think I'm gonna head home now, Twilight. See you all at the trial tomorrow.
Wait, Rainbow?
Whoa.
And Rainbow has something
response?
against her. Now we're gonna have to figure out what the heck was she's unhappy about.
Looks like I'm not the only one who's noticed how antagonistic that sounded. I guess the only way I'm going to find out the reason for it is by asking them about the case.
I find it funny that they put Twilight's height near Phoenix's when she should be like where his knees
defending
are.
Scootaloo and turning
or
page.
close to his
Two
belt
kids'
area.
fates rest in my hands. I can do this. I know I can. But what'll happen if I fail? Hey,
Yeah, you'll be
Twilight?
banished. You'll be
What is it,
skinned
Athena?
alive.
What's the severity
Burned
of punishments for ponies that commit
You know
crimes?
that fun stuff.
Well, for the most part, disagreements usually resolve themselves relatively quickly. Most crimes that are taken to court typically carry light
she's not
sentences,
even
which
talking
usually
about
amount
that.
to
She's talking
community
about a
service of some
specific
kind.
one, you idiot.
More serious offenses could see you locked up in prison for a set period of time, though.
How about murders? What would be the punishment for those found guilty?
Yeah, that's what she was trying to
Well,
get at.
as you know, murder is mostly unheard of until recently. The most serious punishments
Well,
tend
if
to
you look
result
in the
in
wild,
banishment
I
outside of
think
Equestria.
ponies sometimes occasionally
These
kill
range from
one.
expelling them
Kill
from
one if they
equestrian
piss the
borders,
other
locking them up in
off.
Tartarus, or
That's just
even
lying.
sending them to the sun or moon.
Wait, what? The sun?
Yeah, Equestria is
Yeah,
a pretty
that's-
peaceful
yeah,
place,
suck
and most
being
ponies
sent to
know
the
not to do
sun
their
out of
own
the
thing.
worst tan of your
I guess
life.
banishment is the best deterrent to ponies doing something really bad, like murder.
Athena, what's wrong?
Yeah, you're looking really pale at the moment.
Athena decided to take this case solo, so I won't be up on the stand with her tomorrow.
Oh. Okay, but I'm sure you'll do just fine defending Scootaloo tomorrow, Athena. Not just Scootaloo.
And the robot.
Budget.
Athena?
We just found out before we left the detention center that they've identified a second suspect in the case.
A second suspect?
And everyone's just ignoring the
The
robot.
victim's
Okay.
son, Turning Page.
What?
Yep,
Two
blaming
defendants in one case?
father's son.
Children, that.
Yeah, I get it.
Yes, there are some kids who murder people.
Two defendants?
I saw that on Facebook
I
and some
mean,
other YouTubers.
yeah,
It's pretty disturbing.
I meant what I
So,
said
yeah,
before,
not all children
but if
are
I
perfect.
fail, that's two little kids being banished from Equestria.
Why'd you take on two clients?
I'm sure
They're all in the
there's a good
same
reason
case,
for it.
aren't they? Kind of.
You wouldn't normally be so
Actually, yeah, they are.
reckless.
So it's the
It's
smart thing
because-
to do.
I know what it's like to be a kid caught up in a murder trial and being accused of murdering their own parent. I know exactly the kind of toll both these things can take on you, and I want to be there for them. Not just as a lawyer, but as someone that can empathize with them.
They're hitting a
I
lot
meant
of
every
feels,
word
aren't
I
they?
said back at the detention center.
But you're also worried about what will happen if you fail, right?
You shouldn't worry
Yeah,
about
their
failing,
system
Athena. You need to
sucks.
focus on how you'll save them. Put all your energy into fighting for both Scootaloo
When
and
our
Turning Page as
lawyers
hard
fail,
as you
they just
can.
lose money
If
and
you do
respect.
that, I just know you'll come out on top.
And hey, you said it yourself. You're the best fit out of all of us. Trucy's right, Athena. Keep your mind on what's important, proving your client's innocence.
Thanks, guys.
I can't imagine how
Boss?
many days or months this must have taken
Is
to make.
this alright? Do you trust me? I mean,
Because you had to put
not
the
even
background,
you've
then you
taken
got
on
to
a
put
case
in
with two defendants
the
at the
words
same time
down
before,
below, then you
right?
got to put in the
I trust you to make the
the
right call when it comes
OC's
to our
image in
clients.
there,
I can
or
see
the,
how much
the
this
image
case means to you.
itself.
And
There's
if you
many
genuinely
images
believe that
in
you
there,
should be
just
the
not
one to
just
handle
one.
it, then you have my full support.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. I won't let you down. I promise.
We should probably get some rest soon. We've got a big day ahead of us tomorrow, after all.
Agreed.
Where the heck is Discord in all this? Ooh, they're night owls. If you're up later than 11, you are classified as a night owl.
Oh, tomorrow's the big day.
It's not a bad thing. It's just a funny little thing. You get the nickname.
Tell her to let Scootaloo
so long as you're
turn
still
Paige
awake at
down.
that time.
Oh, quiet you. You've caused me a lot of trouble today, you know that?
Talking to yourself?
How did the robot get so much trouble? It was a helpful
That
little
was
guy.
just Widget. He has a habit of saying what's on my mind. Definitely got me into a few uncomfortable situations with some
Yeah, you don't want
unpleasant
Widget going
individuals.
having like a huge person
Yeah,
walk next to you
I
and he'll
can
be
see
like,
how that might
"Well,
get a
you're
bit of an
fat.
issue.
Why did you call me?"
I heard you talking from down the hall, and I came up here to see what you were doing up so late. Especially with the trial tomorrow.
I've just been thinking a lot. Not only about the trial, but also about me in general.
I guess with the trial, it has something to do with defending Scootaloo and Turning Page?
You got it. I could tell that neither she nor Turning Page are really confident that I can save them.
I guess I should have said this
It's
before in the
okay,
past.
Turning.
My
Like your
clips
mom
are
said,
a
we'll
what
find a
if
way to
scenario.
prove Scootaloo's innocence and bring the
And
real
what-
killer to
basically,
justice.
like, what if this funny thing happened? What if that funny thing happened?
You
but
will?
It didn't happen.
I will.
It's just supposed to be
I promise.
a comical what if clip.
You better, because if you don't, I'll find a way to do it myself, no matter what.
Hold on, Scootaloo. Didn't you say that you were going to give Athena a chance?
Yeah, but the situation's changed now. I want to have someone
Why
who
are
I
we
know I
doing
can trust to defend
flashbacks?
Turning Page.
We already know what happened. I know they're trying to remember emotional moments, but this is kind of
I didn't mean it like that,
lazy.
okay? I just meant that I know Mr. Wright's got what it takes. I can't afford to take any risks.
All they're doing is vibrating the
one
voice
Turning's
and
life is on
changing
the
the
line.
color, the tint.
I mean, I'm still a
We all
defense
get
attorney.
what happened. You don't need to
This
go
trial
back.
shouldn't be that much different from the last one.
That's not very far in the past.
totally
to
different.
Be worth a flashback.
You're two
Just
defendants.
saying.
Okay, that's enough
Flashback
from
is
you.
like over
I get where you're coming
10
from.
plus year, 5 to
There's the
10 plus
expectation
years
from
or so.
Scootaloo, and to an extent Turning Page, that you can pull out a win, even when everything is
Not
stacked
a
against
few
you.
goddamn hours ago.
I don't doubt that you'll show everyone what you're made of. I'm certain that you're an
God damn, the
incredible defense
background looks
attorney,
so
Athena.
fake.
But that's just it.
There's this one little red
I'm
house
not.
over there.
I kinda suck.
Why would you say that?
Big red
Because
oak
it's
must live
true.
there.
Scootaloo and Turning Page were
Yeah,
right
that's
to be
an
wary of me.
old one.
I've only actually led one case from start to finish before, and I needed so much help.
Athena.
Sorry, Bradley and I,
Wanna
but this
know
is
something?
so goddamn boring.
I didn't even want to be a lawyer when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. The main reason why I studied law and
I
psychology
saw
in the
reactors
first
because I
place
wanted to see if I could
was
get you
because I
guys
wanted to
laugh.
save a dear friend. He was
And
accused
do
and
this with
convicted of
varieties,
murdering my
obviously.
mother when I was younger.
I want to be more
I studied as
entertaining, but,
hard as I could so I could free
I'm
him.
trying.
That big case that Mr. Wright mentioned before was when he was finally acquitted. Looking back,
Not sure what acquitted is, but
if
okay.
things were different and none of that ever happened all those years ago, I'd almost definitely not be standing here right now.
I get
don't
you.
know
If
if
I
it
were
was
to cut
fate or
all this
whatever,
out, you guys wouldn't.
but I feel like I
this would
only
have
really pursued a
literally
career in law
nothing
because
to
I
do with
had
the
to.
storyline at all. I guarantee it.
I get it.
Huh?
Following a calling because you had to, not because you wanted to. I get it. It's the same with me, being a princess. I miss the days before I became one, when I was able to learn about the magic of friendship while
You
also
are
being
the
able to pursue
laziest
my own
princess
interests.
in Equestria.
But
You
ever
saved
since
it
I
only
became
a
a
couple
princess,
times, but
I've been
majority
given
of the
so much
years you
responsibility
do
to bear.
literally
It's
nothing
a
but
far
sit
cry
in
from
your
when I was still
castle,
Princess Celestia's
or
student.
even in your
I'll never be able
library.
to go back to those
You
days at the
are
Golden Oak
lazy
Library.
compared to your
Simply
friends.
spending time studying,
Even
being with my
Fluttershy
friends.
does stuff.
I've been given the duty of a princess when really, I don't know if it's something I ever really wanted.
Being forced into a profession because you felt
I
obligated
don't
to
even
do
know what the
so.
heck Twilight's
Burdened
job
by
was.
others'
She was supposed to be a
expectations to act
librarian?
accordingly and lead by
I know she's a
example.
princess, but she
Because you
hasn't
know there are
done
those you
anything.
can't afford to let down.
Jinx.
You know, the two of us are more alike than I believe either of us thought.
Well, I certainly never
I've
thought
only
I'd be
seen all
able
the
to relate to
MLP
a pony
episodes
from another
probably
world.
once, not all
Let
of them
alone
like
a princess.
100% one time, but
Twilight?
I still
Yes?
remember
What do you say about being my co-counsel for tomorrow's trial?
what they tell me about.
I thought you wanted to
history
go
and stuff like
solo.
that.
I did, but I might as well just admit that I'm in over my head at this point. I'm nowhere near Apollo's level, and especially not Mr. Wright's.
I hope
I feel like if I
Scootaloo
don't
can't
take on
hear this.
cases, that I'm never gonna catch up to them. I know that sounds incredibly self-centered with lives on the line. Like you said, you and I are more alike than either of us thought. I think you might actually be the perfect partner for me.
Please don't
With you by
start
my
singing.
side, someone whose experience
Please
with the
don't
law
start
is equal to mine, I feel
princess
like I can
singing.
still prove myself without worrying I'll be putting those kids in danger just for my own selfish interests. So, Twilight, will you stand with me in court tomorrow?
Ugh, it's late.
Of course I will, Athena. Well, I'd
Ah.
better head to bed. I've
Yawns
got
are
to be well rested for the
contagious.
trial tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back soon as well. Just gonna stay out for a couple of minutes.
Don't stay out too long. Good night, Athena.
Even me, a person who
Good
loves
night, Twilight.
video games and stuff, I definitely would go outside and start
Wait,
games
Twilight?
because, come on, that's
Why were you up
beautiful.
so late anyway?
What? Oh,
Yeah.
I couldn't get to sleep. That's all.
I forget what that is called.
What? Her voice
I know
is
some people who I live with who actually
shaking.
have that problem where they can't sleep very well at night.
Anyway, I'm sure I can get some shut-eye now. Good night, Athena. I'll see you in the morning.
Drink a glass of
all
warm
right,
milk
Twilight.
unless you're allergic.
See you tomorrow.
Actually, no, having beverages before bed. Like an hour before
Twilight.
bed is a real
Are
bad
you
idea, trust me.
hiding
I learned
something?
that the hard way. Ugh, I had a full bladder all night. Ugh. There's probably gonna be more. Hold on. Alright. I knew there was gonna be more. I keep skipping all the past ones now. It took me forever to figure out they make extras at the end. I hate it when they do that because I hate going through this goddamn credits and bullcrap. I hate credits.
So, she turned down your request to defend her?
Yes. Instead,
Well,
she and
I'll
the
move
new
into this
suspect
animation.
have opted for one of those human attorneys.
And what of the princess?
It seems as if she will be aiding the defense once
But
more.
right now, it kind of looks like someone from Sword Art Online or
So what
from,
will you have me do now? I
Attack
hate
on
to say
Titan.
it, but
I never saw all
starting
the
to look
episodes.
like
I
we
just
won't
saw
be able
clips
to
of
keep
Attack on
these
Titan.
secrets much longer.
I've seen some of the episodes, and I
Indeed.
don't ever plan
For
to see the
now,
full thing.
return to
again.
Ponyville and
It's
continue
messed
the
up.
investigation on your end. The guards will not bar you from the scene so long as you have my permission.
Yes, ma'am.
What are you two up to? And we are left on a cliffhanger. Is she related to the father or the mother? Because that would make some sense. Hope you guys like the reaction, and have a nice day.